All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the shiny stuff, good old gold and silver, and why I personally believe these two could see a strong summer of 2021. Let's get straight into it. As always, we'll quickly go over each topic we're going to be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. To kick it off, we will read over this short write-up that I made for you guys titled Gold Silver Summer. Why gold and silver? Why this summer? This is pretty much just a short summary of why I'm personally bullish on both gold and silver from a fundamental perspective as we head into these summer months. So, as always, you guys got to set that fundamental foundation for the technical argument, which is also bullish, which we will hop into in the back. So after this, we will dive into trading view, talk technicals, price targets, and price action on gold and silver spot markets. Very active right now, and both short-term look exciting, and both long-term do look pretty exciting as well. So not only bullish on gold and silver fundamentally, but technically as well, the charts are looking pretty sweet, and I will explain to you guys why that is, at least in my perspective, okay? So after we do a pretty extensive deep dive, establish at least my personal opinions, and hopefully give you guys an idea as to why I'm bullish on both gold and silver, we will close out the video with a sponsored review by our friends over at Gold Mountain Mining. So very cool website right here. We will check out their page, go over the fundamentals here. I'll try to educate you guys on what this company does. This is an exploration company involved in precious metals, so it does tie in nicely to this video. And this company's stock, this company's ticker symbol, I should say, is GMTNF. This is US OTC markets. They did have a pretty solid day today, up 6.64% on the day of recording. Love to see that. And again, you guys, remember, this is a sponsored review, okay? So always go on to do your own research, do your own due diligence, do your own TA, and establish your own decisions, establish your own conclusions on whether or not you personally want to invest in this company, okay? But in my opinion, cool company, that's why I'm covering it, and we will go on to cover Gold Mountain Mining as we close out the video, okay? So let's get straight into this. Let's dive in and read over this write-up. Gold, silver summer. Why gold and silver? Why this summer? As you guys know, I've been a fan of inflation hedges like gold and silver ever since governments around the world started printing trillions in fiat currencies. Bitcoin and crypto, which we know and love around here, took over for a while there, and gold and silver corrected from the highs they saw last summer. Now that crypto is seeing a correction, I believe history will repeat itself to an extent, and gold and silver will see a resurgence in the summer of 2021, just like they did in 2020. I also imagine the equity markets will see a bit of correction over the summer as well. Summer months are historically rough for equities and historically strong for precious metals like gold and silver. Okay, you guys, last summer, if you guys were around last summer, we spent a lot of time covering both silver and gold. And I will say right off the bat, if you guys are part of the Waves fam, if you guys have been around for a while, if you guys are part of the newsletter, you would know I'm personally much more bullish on silver than gold for reasons I will explain as we dive into silver on the charts. But both silver and gold had great summers last summer. Equities, again, just from a historical perspective, do struggle a little bit more in summer. And considering things are getting so inflated, considering I personally believe the crypto markets do act as somewhat of a precursor to the equity markets, especially the high growth, hyper growth, hype sections of the equity markets like tech, like the NASDAQ and S&P. I do think that equities will follow in crypto's footsteps, see a little bit of a pullback over the summer, be historically kind of fit that historical mode that they have set over the years. And of course, if capital does flow out of those markets, capital will still want to be put to work. And I do think gold and silver and many other commodities at that point are a great contention for some of that capital outflow from the hyper growth sectors over the past few months, okay? Even over the past year almost at this point. So that is the fundamental bull case for gold and silver, at least from my perspective. Let's dive into the charts in the back, kick it off with gold. So gold, you guys, you don't have to be a TA wizard at all. Like I'm sure an intro to TA person could be able to read this chart and know why this is bullish. So gold, from its high, you can see back here, again, closing out the summer on a very strong note. Gold set its all-time high on August 7th of 2020, just over $2,000. So $2,073 was gold's all-time high on August 7th of 2020. Once again, that's this purple line right here. Since then, gold has been in a massive downtrend. You're seeing a lot of volatility, a lot of ups and downs here, but for the most part, gold has been in a very, very strong descending channel, the evil twin of the ascending channel, which we know and love around here. So gold, again, descending channel. Why is this important? Why is the short term important? Why am I bullish short term? Because gold on May 17th, I should say, broke out of this descending channel for the first time in a very long time, since August, since its all-time high. Okay, so gold did break out just over a week ago now, so super exciting. This just happened, and you know what happens during a technical breakout? You see a breakout. So that's why since May 17th, gold has gone from 1860 to about just under 1900, actually reaching 1900 a couple of days ago. And this is huge, you guys. This is very, very bullish from a technical perspective, from a macro perspective. And this technical breakout on the short term, actually a long term, because this does signal an overall reversal in trend now that we have broken out. This makes me very, very bullish on gold going into the summer. Excited to talk about silver, sorry, guys. Going into the summer on top of all the fundamental reasons that I just mentioned. Okay, so gold, I'll just give you guys the best case scenario here as we zoom out on the daily charts. The reason we're using daily is because gold and silver, many of you know I do like to look at 4-hour charts, especially when it comes to more short to medium term time horizons. But gold and silver, a little bit slower, a little more safe haven assets as they've acted in the past, so they will move a bit slower. We have seen some crazy volatility, like here when gold really saw that rally from July to August. We saw a crazy price jump, so it is possible for gold to see price action like that. But just to play conservatively, I do think that say history does repeat itself. Say this summer, or rhyme, obviously not directly repeat itself, but rhyme to an extent. Say gold does see a rally. Gold, I do believe, if it really does start to pop off, if capital starts to flow into gold and silver precious metals, it's possible for gold to reach some very, very staggering levels. Okay, so gold's previous high, again, was just under $2,100, we'll call it. If gold does see a summer rally again, let's go back to the end of the summer, to early September. If gold does use this trend line, which dates back all the way to June of 2019. So for the past 2 years, this trend line has been in play. And this trend line is actually what dictated the top in August of last year. If that does come into play, then I do think we could see like just under a $2,700 gold by early September. So play conservatively, end of July, early August. I do think it's possible to see at least a $2,500 gold. That's a very optimistic scenario, of course, so keep that in mind. But it wouldn't surprise me at all to see gold at least retest its all-time high, considering it's been correcting for so long. If gold sees a strong summer, I do think it could at least revisit its all-time highs, its last year highs, its 2020 highs, just under $2,100, and maybe even surpass that a little bit, get up to $2,100, maybe $2,200. Okay, so that is gold. Let's talk about silver, and I want to talk to you guys about why I'm significantly more bullish on silver. So silver looks a little different. So silver is currently in one of the most beautiful textbook ascending channels I've ever seen. I do cover silver on a pretty consistent basis in the newsletter and stuff. Shout out to the newsletter Waves Fan Portfolio Group. So silver is looking extremely bullish here, you guys. Silver has been in this textbook, like, you should Google ascending channel, and this should be the first image that pops up because this thing is beautiful. So since the beginning of April Fools, we have been in the most textbook beautiful ascending channel in silver that I've almost ever seen. And currently, we're on the bottom end of that ascending channel. Why is this bullish? Because it's likely, just based off the charts, that we do ultimately go up to test the top side of this ascending channel, in my opinion, over the coming couple of weeks. So gold, silver, silver, I do have a lot more trend lines here because, again, I follow silver more closely. I do think silver could see $30 at least in early June, and in the first couple of weeks of June. I do think silver can see $30. If silver breaks $30, that's extremely bullish because that would break silver's 2020 and 2021 high. So silver actually in early 2021 did see a high of just over $30, surpassing its high in 2020. Why is silver once again breaking $30 bullish? Is because once something breaks its yearly high, or all-time high at that, so we'll zoom out after this. When something breaks its yearly high or all-time previous high, decade high, that'll make sense once we zoom out a little bit. Once something breaks its decade high, that's very, very bullish, and that releases the bulls. Again, this is all on top of the fundamentals that we just covered, all right? So silver looking amazing on the chart short term. Long term, I think it's quite possible for silver to test this trend line that's very, very strong, dating back to the liquidity crisis of March, at the beginning of the pandemic and stuff, when everything fell off a cliff. Silver's rally has been insane, and you can see here that silver's price action is a lot more exciting. So silver reached a low of almost $10, $11, $12 bucks, reached a high of $30 just a few months later. So silver is more capable of gold. Silver is more capable of exciting, volatile price action than gold because silver's market cap is smaller. Also, from kind of a fundamental and both technical and fundamental at the same time perspective, silver's all-time high is way up here. So a decade ago in 2011 was silver's last all-time high at $50. Silver is at half that right now. And I think that it's very, very possible, especially considering silver has more like practical fundamental uses than gold. I do think it's possible for silver, if all goes accordingly, of course, for silver to see to meet its previous all-time highs, okay? And that would take us to almost a 2x from silver's current levels. More conservatively, I do think that this trend line right here will come into play. Let's actually make this as conservative as possible to use that. I feel very confident about. Let's go to the end of August here as well. So August 30th, September 1st, if silver does test this trend line, if history rhymes and silver does see another summer rally by the end of the summer, by September 1st or the end of August, that would take us to a $40 silver, which I think is very possible because that's not even close to its all-time high. So silver, again, as far as price action potential goes, if silver gets to $40, that's a 40% increase. And if you play that correctly, if you play certain miners correctly, if you place certain stocks involved in precious metals correctly, that could be very, very lucrative. Okay, so that is gold and silver. You guys, please let me know what you guys think about gold and silver right now. If you're bullish on both silver and gold going into the summer, what your favorite gold and silver stock is, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, always love hearing feedback from you guys. Always love talking about the shiny stuff. So that's gold and silver. Again, let's hop in to the sponsored review of our friends over at Gold Mountain Mining. Again, you guys always do your own research. But that said, let's dive into this. Once again, before we do dive in, if you guys do want to, we're not going to look at these this company on the charts today. But if you do want to check it out for yourself, it is GMTNF, over the counter ticker symbol. I personally use TD Ameritrade to trade my OTC stocks. But any brokerage platform that does offer OTC trading, you can check them out there as well. So I will link their website as well as their tickers down below if you guys want to check them out. So GMTNF, once again, US OTC. Let's dive into this. I love this homepage. I love this kind of interactive homepage with this beautiful landscape on the back. And again, these guys are located in British Columbia. I do like precious metals companies based in North America just for kind of fundamental reasons and ethical reasons, almost, you could say. So Gold Mountain focused on growth. I got to get rid of this because you can't even read that. Gold Mountain Mining Corp is a British Columbia-based exploration and development company focused on the Elk Gold Project, a past-producing mine located approximately 57 kilometers away from Merritt, British Columbia. The claims and leases comprising the Elk Gold Project cover over 16,000 hectares, offering both exploration upside and clear path to near-term production. The proposed multi-phase production plan will see a phase 1 19,000 ounce production profile beginning in Q4 2021. This webpage is using significant memory because it's worth it. Their proposed multi-use plan, oh sorry, I just read that, which will fund our proposed ramp up to 65,000 ounces by 2025. Concurrently with developing the mine, management plans to continue drilling the 9 known high-grade mineralized zones while continuing to explore other areas showing exciting potential. So that, again, this all good. I didn't hear anything in there that I didn't like. Let's go down here quickly to check out the recent news. You know what? Actually, there's a little more here. So, as always, you guys, the most important thing, this goes for any company, especially any small cap upcoming company that I usually do analyses on. Always check out their website. Always go to their investors tab. The more the merrier. Go to the companies tab. Go to the operations tab. I focus on the investors and teams tab usually. Okay, so Investor Center, a commitment to open communication. Gold Mountain's commitment to upholding the highest industry standards and maintaining transparency with its shareholders and community partners. Transparency in 2021 moving forward is going to become more and more important. Okay, so transparency, that's a word. It is kind of a hot word to use, but actually complying to that is very, very important moving forward. Okay, so execution, I do want to come down here. I did show you guys this little piece of news, but I remembered that there was more here, and I like to show you guys the consistency of news, because consistency of news shows fundamental tangible progress is obviously good. Once again, especially when you're talking about smaller companies. Okay, so May 27th, Gold Mountain updates project's economics of the Elk Gold Project. May 18th, just under 2 weeks later, Gold Mountain completes $3 million property payment to Equinox Gold. Equinox, big player in the gold space if you guys are familiar. May 14th, Gold Mountain updates mineral resources estimate of the Elk Gold property. May 6th, Gold Mountain extends permitted drilling zone and begins phase 2 exploration program, and so on and so forth. Multiple updates from this company, which again, you guys, is very, very important. When I'm following a small company, a small cap company at that, I really like consistent news. I want consistently good news. I want to know this company is taking the steps in the right direction to scaling their operations. So that's why this is always something I look for. I don't like, if you have like May 27th and like March 1st or something, that's usually a red flag to me because the company's probably not making much progress. But very consistently good news here. I do like to see that when analyzing a company. So serious upside potential. Start with execution here. Serious upside execution is near-term production in British Columbia, a politically stable jurisdiction. Gold Mountain acquired Bayshore Minerals in September 2020 with 100% ownership of the Elf Gold project in the Merritt area of British Columbia, Canada. The company has a strong treasury and is fully funded to execute on its growth objectives and rapidly achieve its vision of becoming a million-ounce company. Big milli, big milestone. I like it. With a strong mix of capital markets, mine builders, and operators, the Gold Mountain team is well positioned to transition the Elk Gold project from development into production. The team will continue to focus on expanding both the resource and revenue opportunities with a goal of continuing to reward loyal long-term shareholders. The strong hands, the diamond hands. Growth, a strong growth profile, abundant opportunities for major discoveries. The Seawash North resource remains open along strike and down dip. There are 8 additional established gold zones with drill results and indicate additional potential for discovery. Phase 1 exploration program adds 260,000 ounces, that's a lot of ounces, to the Seawash resource, and Phase 2 10,000 M drill program is planned to further expand the resource in Q3 of 2021. Expansion, serious upside potential. The Phase 1 exploration program added over 260,000 ounces of gold to the Seawash North resource and was the first step in achieving the management's near-term goal of exceeding 1 million ounces. The 10,000 M Phase 2 drill program will be the next important step in achieving that objective in 2021. Beyond Seawash North, there is extensive exploration potential throughout the rest of the 16,716 hectare land package. 25% held by insiders. This is big in my opinion because this shows incentive from the company itself. Pure leading inside ownership. Gold Mountain has a broad shareholder base with strategic long-term shareholders and a mix of retail, high net worth, and institutional investors. Many of Gold Mountain's leadership group have personally invested in the company. Obviously, that's important because you want a team who is invested in their own asset, who is financially incentivized to do well. Bridging the interest of investors in Gold Mountain executive team. Lastly, delivery, exploration program, and mining permit application submitted. $3 million multi-drill program across zones to delineate further resources and add to exploration targets. With our mining permit application of Phase 1, 19,000 ounces per year scenario, we anticipate the project to begin production by Q4 2021. From there, we will enter our environmental assessment process with a goal of on-site milling Phase 2, 50,000 ounce per year production profile by 2025. Near-term production gives Gold Mountain the unique ability to self-fund exploration and development ambitions, which is rare amongst its peers. I do like that last line. That is very significant. You don't have to worry about external funding, okay? You can fund your own stuff. You provide your own capital, and that also makes you more financially incentivized. If you're putting your own cash on the line, that makes you more incentivized to succeed. At least that's how I view it. That's how I am. If my money's on the line, I want to succeed. Actually, if other people's money's on the line, I arguably want to succeed more, but you guys get the point I'm trying to make here. So that is Gold Mountain. Again, you guys, we're not going to dive super deep into this, but I wanted to give you guys just a rough idea of what this company does. Again, if it interests you, go check it out for yourself. I will give you all the links needed to check out this site for yourself down in the description below. And again, you guys, if not, it's all good. And keep in mind, this is a sponsored review. So once again, please do your own research. Please do your own due diligence and make your own conclusion. Make your own decisions, come to your own conclusions whether or not you want to invest in these guys. But I think they're a cool company. And again, I appreciate you guys if you show some love, because we do appreciate those who show love to the Waves fam, okay? So Gold Mountain, again, all the links down below. Please let me know what you guys think about gold and silver at this moment in time. If you're bullish on both gold and silver moving into the summer, and why, okay? So, or if you're not, if you disagree with me, please let me know why as well, because I'm very, very open to that criticism too. So I'll catch you guys downstairs in the comments. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.